This is J&T's Backyard Bowl.
Hi, and welcome back to J&T's Backyard Bowl. I'm T. Unfortunately, Jay won't be joining us today because he's been furloughed along with 800,000 federal employees.
No. What? No, I haven't.
Yeah,
right
you're
here.
furloughed as of now.
I don't get paid for this.
Well, me neither, but you're getting extra not paid.
No. I didn't agree to this. No, fuck that.
I'm not getting paid.
Yeah, neither am I, but I'm not going to be getting extra not paid.
Okay, I guess that sort of well, Jay's here then, so
Yeah.
I guess it is J&T's Backyard Bowl again. 2019 first episode. You guys ready?
First episode. I'm Jay, and I'm getting paid absolutely zero, not extra zero.
I'm getting zero as well.
And with this new podcast, we're going to be changing things up because it's a new year, new podcast, new yard, as I said in the last one, and yeah, we're going to be organizing things a little bit better for y'all, and hopefully you like it. I mean, if you don't, hit us up, And with that being said, look, why don't we just dive right into it with what we got going on?
It's 2019, bro, and I've never been more ready to bowl.
Let's bowl.
All right, man. So, Mitt Romney wrote an op-ed this week. Pretty interesting in its stance in the political sphere of things. Didn't you think?
Oh, man. Fucking flip-flopping Mitt, man. He wants his cake and eats it too. Or have his cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
That's like the key of what he's doing here.
Yeah.
This motherfucker fucking throwing out all this shit about how Trump is, a stain on the president, or not a stain on the presidency, but is immoral, lying,
not rising to the mantle of the
not
office.
rising,
Yeah.
all that garbage. Oh my God.
As he would have had he ever won outside of the state of Utah for office.
Anybody would have been better than Trump at this point in time.
Oh, I'd take Mitt Romney in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah,
Honestly.
yeah. I mean, but I think Mitt Romney's doing this for Mitt Romney. I think he's a little bit more forward thinking than the rest of the GOP.
Yeah.
In that he might see the writing on the wall where there might be a Trump explosion, and
so to speak.
he wants to be on the the good end of hey, oh no, look, I criticized him, I didn't know about all this other crazy shit, but this stuff right here, I always thought he was a bad hombre.
Yeah, come 2020 or 2024
Or
any time in between now and then.
anytime between now and then when the Mueller investigation drops. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, and this said Trump explosion occurs, he'll be in his little safe GOP bomb shelter, unaffected, and be able to look back at this time and say, "Hey, I came out, guys. I tried to tell you, even though I voted with him every fucking time I had to." And I walked the conservative line every time I needed to. I tried to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's all talk, but
It really is. I mean, it's he wants to basically rape the middle class of their health care and everything else, and give everything that they that we have to corporations in the form of tax cuts and everything.
yeah.
But he wants to be nice about it. So
Yeah.
at least there's that.
Don't tweet about it. Don't put it out in front of everyone to see. Don't fucking be a loudmouth asshole about it.
Don't be uncouth.
Yeah, exactly.
So, next on the line is Rashida Tlaib's comment at a rally.
Unhinged.
Yeah,
I like
she's
it.
she's a firebrand, man. She's the she's one of the freshmen. She's just come in, and she was at a rally after she was sworn in, and She was out there talking about like just getting the base or the the whole rally riled up, and she's like, yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and impeach the motherfucker.
Yeah. What I love about that is there's just the candid out there with it. The thing that Trump's been doing for 2 years, 3 years now, pretty much since he announced his candidacy. And House Democrats and Senate Democrats and all these fucking Democrats are too scared to be too out there and to be too profane or too vulgar about things. Well, then you're playing by two different sets of rules, my friends.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, Trump's on video just like Rashida is, and dropping the mofo bomb, so to speak. I mean, hell, Lindsey Graham this week said bullshit live on CNN, like stunned the CNN reporter.
Yeah, which would be unheard of. Even,
Yeah.
definitely 10 years ago.
I think even less than
Pre-Obama?
that.
Pre-Obama, definitely, yeah.
I mean,
Pre-Trump, it'd be like, whoa, what are you doing? Oh,
yeah,
my God.
Whoa.
Curse words on TV? We only see that in
PG-13, and it's only one fuck.
Yeah. You got to watch yourself now.
You can't say motherfuck.
Space them out.
Yeah.
You can't all be within, a 30-second period here.
So yeah, that's definitely one of the things that Trump has brought into the political dumpster fire that is America in 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next on the docket for our backyard headlines. That's what we're calling this intro segment right here.
Yeah.
Next on the line, why don't you go ahead and take that for us?
Well, I'm pretty happy about this. One of the people we all knew probably would run, but
I think she was in your draft picks.
Yeah.
I think in some of mine too.
yeah, I think if you go back to episode 3 or 4, whenever it was that we did our little fantasy Democratic draft ticket thing, Elizabeth Warren, she came out and did it. She's the first one. She's announced her candidacy. She's going to be running for the nomination to fight against Trump.
It'll be interesting to see what she did there, or what she does with it. I think she's running it out now, trying to like put some space and whatnot in between her and her time and playing in the pig pen with the pig.
Yeah. She
stooping
did
down
a little
to Trump's
time
level.
in the pig pen, yeah.
He baited her with the whole Pocahontas thing, and it got a little bit dirty, and like.
I think she learned a lesson from that.
It didn't work out very well for her, but I think she definitely realizes that, okay, yeah.
Well, I think she learned her lesson from that, from the whole get in the pig pen with the pig. You get really disgustingly dirty, and the pig just has a hell of a time because that's all he wants to fucking do anyway. And I think she learned a lesson because Trump recently, pretty much as soon as she announced her candidacy, he went straight to fucking Trump Tactics 101.
Yeah, which actually starts up our next segment, Tantrums, which is going to be a unfortunate reoccurring segment on this podcast because I don't think there's any end in sight for that.
And well, until they're not a thing, which
So yeah,
not foreseeable.
This next one, fucking this guy after she announces. Said as any sort of all right, well, look forward to an honorable battle, or any sort of standard political thing, which is, that's one of the reasons why he got elected is because he's not a standard politician, but he tweets out, this is how much of not standard he is he tweets out this meme where it's a campaign ad, and it says Warren 1/220th.
Yeah.
Which is
2020th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I say? Shit. Sorry. 2020th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you meant.
So, basically just a dig at the whole Native American blood test that she did, which is reference the pig in the mud thing.
In true Trump fashion.
Yeah.
Somebody says, hey, I'm one of many to be your opposition in less than a year, or about a year. And let's do this. And he comes out and just automatically retweets some probably originated in Russia meme about Elizabeth Warren, because that's what he does.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not just his opponents that he does this to. I mean, next tantrum that we have was this week. He comes out and says about Mattis, and I don't know. I think I predicted this one.
Yeah, last week.
Last week
he did.
The whole petty fast food manager. Yeah, I essentially fired him.
Yeah.
Obama fired him, and I also essentially fired him because, like, what has he done for me? What has he done for me?
Yeah.
I wasn't happy. He was, but I wasn't.
Yeah, I really had to hand it to you with this one, because you called it. I kind of thought that with Mattis being the Secretary of Defense and resigning in honor, you know, aside from the resignation letter and the underlying principles of what that stated, I thought it was just probably the best way you could go about it, given the state of things.
He definitely went out with
it.
grace.
Yeah, but you called it last week, which was pretty impressive.
Well, thank you there. But, you know, I mean, he went out with grace, and I don't know. I think he kept his reputation intact because, like, we all suffered for it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
At the end of the day, like, you know, Trump didn't even realize that he was being, you know, basically insulted in the letter until, like, you know,
so someone else
next
explained
day,
to him
yeah,
what
until
the
like
words
somebody was
that
like,
more
"Hey,
than two
yeah,"
syllables meant.
until Fox and Friends, you know, talked about how much shit talking was actually in the letter. If
That's
you
probably
read into
what
it.
spurred the whole thing.
Yeah,
it took some level of explanation, because it was a good 2-day period after the resignation letter before Trump came out and started being a dick about it,
yeah,
and then said not accepting, you know, the February resignation date, and you're fired at the end of December, beginning of January time frame now.
yeah. Like, oh yeah, fired you 2 months early. Ha ha.
Yeah,
Got you good, you fucker.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, so petty.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, this isn't the first general that he's, you know, dissed. I mean, I think this week, McChrystal, a retired general, was actually, you know, he was on record and criticizing Trump, basically calling him a liar because, like, you know, there's
Calling him what he is.
video and audio and everything else. Like, I mean, for fuck's sake, dude, like, there's everything there that says that Trump is a liar.
Yeah.
I mean, for fuck's sake, there's websites dedicated. We quoted fucking the Washington Post fact checker
Yeah.
thing. You know, I mean, with thousands of lies and falsehoods over the year, you know.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job in that whole thing.
They really have.
These generals aren't the only one, you know, to
Yeah.
break tide with the types of lies that Trump spouts. McChrystal, who he said he's a dog with a big dumb mouth.
Yeah. Also a Hillary lover.
A Hillary lover.
It's funny because I'm pretty sure that McChrystal is a Republican.
Yeah, weird, right? So, it's funny though, because you've got Mattis' resignation, you got McChrystal with bad things to say, you've got John Kelly on his way out.
Kelly and McMaster, like a couple more, because, like, Trump loves his generals until, like, they say anything that's not spouting the Trump line.
Yeah.
You know, not even the party line. Because they can say the party line and he's still like, whoa. You didn't say bigly enough in that. Like, you're fucking up.
You're a real good conservative, you're just not a Trumpocrat.
Yeah.
You're doing good on the GOP side of the house here. You're just not following what I need you to follow.
Yeah.
I need you to talk more about Hillary's emails. No collusion ever.
Witch hunt.
Which was the primary example with H.R. McMaster.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had said that there was incontrovertible evidence that Russia played a part in the swaying of the election. At
Oh,
least
yeah.
attempted to make things be the way they weren't going to be.
Yeah.
And that doesn't play well into the Trump game.
Yeah, because Trump tweeted like right after that, like, oh yeah, well he forgot to say that like it was actually the Clintons and fucking Pizzagate, blah blah blah, just fucking spouting off his like that it wasn't me, it was definitely the Democrats, and basically he forgot to say the exact opposite of what he said.
Yeah, no collusion, Podesta, the emails, the DNC server, Hillary, the Clinton Foundation, all the things that Trump goes to right away anytime.
Biggest inauguration crowd ever.
Anytime he's even questioned or criticized whatsoever.
Yeah.
He just goes to these top 5 of the Trump things that he's gonna do when he thinks that something's not going his way.
Yeah, I can't wait to look forward to that all year. But I think I already have a number 1 contender for the 2020 New Year's special.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
It's early, but what do you got?
Yeah, this is, we're like 4 days into the...
Yeah, we're not even a week.
Not even a week into the new year. And you got Trump sitting there talking to rewriting history on the Russia-Afghan war.
Oh, yeah.
During the crazy cabinet meeting that happened. The good old, I think we're just going to go ahead and call that the Game of Thrones cabinet meeting.
Oh, dude, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was insane. I mean, he's sitting there with all the cabinet members and a lot of high-ranking, both sides of the aisle guys. And during these off-the-cuff moments where Trump knows the camera's there and everyone else knows they're there, but they're just hoping. Oh, man, excuse me. Everyone's just sort of hoping that Trump won't do the Trump thing.
I hope he doesn't do what he's going to do.
Exactly. And I love more than anything to not watch Trump because let's face it, we've watched enough of Trump over the last 3.5 years. If you never watched The Apprentice before that, but
yeah, I'd pity you if you did.
Exactly. I love watching the face of these high-ranking cabinet members and House and Senate committee members sitting in these briefings, just thinking exactly what you and I and most of America is thinking.
Yeah.
When he just repeats himself, he gets so repetitive and
starts spouting off facts, or alternative facts rather, that Russia invaded Afghanistan, or it was the Soviet Union before Russia, and Afghanistan made it Russia because they went bankrupt while they were in Afghanistan. That's the whole reason why the Soviet Union collapsed. And also, they weren't there because the standard American doctrine of no, they're evil and they invaded because they're evil communists. Definitely
interventionists. Let's not spread the communism fucking epidemic around the world.
Definitely not because the CIA was there. Training Mogoda Harim.
Yeah.
But no, they were there to fight terrorists.
Yeah, as if fucking ISIS was a thing in late 1970s, 80s.
Yeah.
Afghanistan and Russia.
I mean, for fuck's sake, man, Ronald Reagan used this as a key point of why Russia was bad and evil.
The conservative hero.
Yeah,
Ronald
conservative Reagan. Lord and Savior. Old R squared.
Yeah.
He flipped that on its head. So yeah, there's that. Basically, in the whole Game of Thrones kind of thing, this was the red wedding with facts. A whole lot of facts got murdered.
Yeah,
the truth got murdered.
You just sadly watched them all not be a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Because Trump obviously doesn't. He's come out already. He's said multiple times he's smarter than the generals. He doesn't need intelligence briefings. Everybody around him has asserted that he doesn't like to read. Reading's not his thing.
Yeah.
Facts don't really matter. So it shouldn't really be that surprising, but I think it's important to note that you can't just make your own version of how things went down 30 years ago and say, hey, like that's how it happened, and I'm Trump, and that's how it fucking worked, so be okay with it.
We don't want to end up like the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
You know?
It makes no fucking sense to me. The sway of the parties really is so confusing at this point, because we're talking about a time where the CIA at least, pushed back against Russian invasion into Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And directly funded the Mujahideen to not allow that to happen, and was successful in that matter.
Oh yeah, I mean, it definitely played a part in, like, draining the funds of the Soviet Union. So I mean, I think that's what he was going for, was that, like, Afghanistan is like the graveyard of empires type thing. We heard that before, back when we first invaded, and then 5 years later and 10 years later, type shit, when we're still there. It's like, okay, yeah, it's a quagmire.
Been going on a little while now.
Yeah, I mean, so I understand where he's coming from on that, but dude, history lesson, history 101. Not even history, just Google is your friend, bro. You're always on the phone tweeting.
Yeah. Nothing, I think, on a complexity scale that he could Google like this is going to give Trump something that he could get an answer to in a amount of reading that he's willing to do.
I don't know, man, because
Siri's not going to be like, yeah, it was totally Russia invading Afghanistan, and we fought that in a clandestine war.
Yeah, it was a proxy war of the U.S. and the Soviet Union.
Yeah, it's just not a one sentence or one paragraph answer.
I don't know. Google does sometimes kind of condense things for you, right up top when you do it.
Yeah, where it'll give you the question you ask, and then three or four questions.
I mean, if
directly relate to your
question.
If
he would even just go off of the condensed Google first hit type thing.
Yeah.
Where summarizes the Wikipedia page for you in a paragraph. Dude,
that would require significantly less Twitter time.
Yeah,
the Commander-in-Chief.
I don't know, maybe search it on Twitter. There's probably more information on Twitter than just pulling it out of your ass.
That is what he seems to be doing right here. Just completely going against all the facts.
Pretty sure that's all the time, man.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, so in connection with the whole red wedding of facts, before this whole cabinet meeting happened, Lindsey Graham, he was kind of being in Trump's eyes, a bad dog.
Yeah.
He was fighting back and really condemning the whole Syria withdrawal. We talked about it.
Yeah.
In a couple podcasts ago.
Yep.
Well, apparently, bad dog went to a meeting, and drank the Kool-Aid and got his pee-pee smacked or whatever it was, but he came out of that meeting singing praises about Trump and how oh no, I found out things that I didn't know, and everything is going to be fine now, and Trump's priority is Iran's involvement in Syria. He's going to make sure that's not going to be a thing, not going to destabilize the entire region or anything like that.
Yeah, something that both Graham and Trump were super critical of Obama about.
Oh yeah,
with the Iraq,
the whole hypocrisy thing.
It just knows no bounds.
Yeah. So yeah, during this Game of Thrones meeting, fucking, what do we have? Trump. They can do whatever they want in fucking Syria.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do whatever they want. I mean, it's a different country, blah, 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 blah. They've got riots and stuff going on now. They're just trying to survive.
I already revoked the Iran deal. They can do whatever they want. I suppose that's to include build a nuclear weapon, because the Iran deal was...
To stop that.
for the primary purposes of not allowing that to ever happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
whatever they want, I guess, whatever they want is whatever they want. If that's something they want, then
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe if they
Iran.
just do it in Syria, they can do whatever they want, just as long as they don't do it in Iran. I don't know.
You never know what Trump really means, and I
don't think Trump knows what Trump means.
yeah, I think you're
half
right.
the time, you know.
Which is fucked up because you've got Lindsey Graham, lapdog Lindsey, as I've been referring to him lately.
Yeah, he was a bad dog.
Sometimes he's a little lapdog, just nice and calm and sweet and nothing bad to say ever, i.e. Kavanaugh hearings. And then other times, he bites back or snaps back a little bit and has something bad to say, but still always votes the way you want him to. Just a lot like the aforementioned Mitt Romney.
Yeah, I think he might be. I think he might also see a little bit of the precursor of a Trump explosion. Maybe he's like, yeah, I gotta go and be a little bit critical because I think that you're not gonna make it to 2020.
I'm still kind of young, and I might run one of these days. Yeah.
Also, I don't want to go to jail, so I hope they don't look at too close on
Yeah.
me. So I can't be like supporting everything that you do. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get it all wrapped up in this Miller thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think personally that the meetings that Lindsey Graham attends with Trump or with any senior members of the administration probably hold out a tiny little carrot for a guy like him for a possible cabinet position, and that would already probably be a thing if they had a bigger majority in the Senate. Say they had 56-44 or 55-45.
Like, they're confident that they could have,
Yeah, just give up a seat and put Lindsey Graham as Secretary of Defense or Secretary of State or wherever you need him. Wherever he's just going to.
I don't know. It depends on the governor of his state. I mean, if it's Democrat,
Yeah, well, he's I think North Carolina or South Carolina.
I forget.
He's one of the Carolinas, I believe, but
Probably a GOP
thick.
thing. I don't know. We won pretty big, as far as
We
Democrats
won in
are
places we probably ordinarily wouldn't because of the policies of this administration, but. I think that if they had a bigger majority, that would already be an appointment.
Yeah.
Based on what Lindsey Graham's done and said to this point.
Yeah.
But luckily they don't, and that's not an appointment, and they can't make it because they'd lose a seat, possibly. Or just keep the seat, but get somebody that fucking thinks, uses their brain and logic and reason, and is rational. And
they
is not,
don't want to risk that.
Yeah, and is not gonna just another Jeff Flake, but with something to lose.
Exactly.
So,
and I think we should really get back to it because, we've been talking about the, Red Wedding and Game of Thrones cabinet meeting. We haven't really talked about why we're calling it that.
Yeah, where that reference comes from.
Yeah, and that would be the big old giant "Sanctions are coming" poster fashioned after the Game of Thrones show.
Sitting on the table right in front of Trump.
Real good Photoshop, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Glad to see our tech dollars are hard at work.
Right.
Shaving 80 pounds of photoshopping 80 pounds off of the president and making him look, super cool running through fog or
and
stomping through fog.
At least 10 years. At least 10 years.
Yeah.
Right. That made me think, if we can get a Photoshop guy or a graphic designer like that's that good, why the fuck can't we get other competent people inside this swampland? Because we're not getting any.
That's true.
It keeps replacing bad people with worse people. I keep saying that.
I don't know,
just
man.
Keeps happening.
You can get on Reddit and get some really high quality stuff done, for free. People just honing the trade. That's one thing. But it comes down to the fact of their whole goal is to hire the exact opposite in any sort of cabinet.
Yeah.
Which by the way, super happy about this new year. No Zinke.
Oh yeah, Ryan Zinke, I think.
Yeah, Interior.
Yeah, Secretary of the Interior.
He's gone.
Done and out.
Thank God.
Well, I say that on
his
one hand.
replacement isn't
That's what I'm saying.
isn't
Exactly.
any better.
Yeah, is
But
out with the swampy and with the swampier
right,
is
right.
pretty much the practice of the administration here. Is can we get worse? Oh, we can. Oh, you know a guy.
Yeah.
Cool. Get him on the fucking line right now. Yeah. Zinke, you're fired. Get your shit together. Get it out.
Well, I mean, like, Zinke had to leave. I mean, there was like, what, 12 or 13 different investigations against him?
Yeah, he was kind of fucked.
Yeah.
He was kind of courted himself into a position where...
Like, they want swampy, but not public swampy, you know?
Yeah, kind of the same
keep
reason
that on the
for,
DL.
Kind of the same reason for, like, Scott Pruitt or Rex Tillerson or any of the other swamp creatures that we've seen depart as of recent, in the past 2018, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking, hey, you meeting the swampy criteria? You're just way overdoing it, man. Like, there's moss coming out of your fucking ears, man.
Yeah.
I need you to chill out on the swampiness, man.
Yeah.
We want swampy, but good God.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, man. Like, it's ridiculous how corrupt shit has got. Was strictly when they say, like, they were gonna drain the swamp. I mean, like...
Yeah. That, for me, that's the biggest political lie in recent history.
Yeah.
Is drain the swamp. And they cheered that at rallies and loved it, and they still love it, and somehow don't see
Well, I mean,
how bad it's gotten.
the general base thinks that they're doing great, you know, because, you know, I mean, I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that, like, you know, the Trump's base thinks that, like, oh yeah, like, you know, like, less regulation in the interior is good. There should be more fucking mines and national parks.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when you watch Fox News all the goddamn time, you're gonna believe stupid shit like that. Yeah. You know? Jobs!
Less regulation. Shred all the regulations. The only real benefactor here is whatever company makes the shredders for regulations.
Exactly.
You just dump thousands upon thousands of government regulations in that benefited all of the American people in some way or another.
Pretty much.
But aside from that,
tantrums.
man, yeah, on from tantrums.
Moving on to a big topic. It's kind of big. It only, you know, dominated the headlines come January 2nd.
I was looking forward to this day. I've been looking forward to this day.
You and everyone, you know, left of the hardcore Trumpers. And that would be the 116th Congress.
Yeah.
With Pelosi gaveling it in, man.
Yeah. 40 seats. Pelosi's in control. She's been here before. She knows the ropes. She's not some know-nothing figurehead.
Yeah.
She knows what's going on.
She and Schumer got Trump to own this shutdown, which we'll talking about here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But, yeah. This is also the most diverse Congress that we've ever had. Well, at least on the left side.
Oh, yeah.
Like...
Yeah, we went into those statistics last podcast, which are very interesting and kind of speak for themselves.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I was digging into those a little bit more. And the GOP House got less diverse. They increased in old white men.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Imagine
They're like
that.
90% now.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
I saw that they gained one female seat in the Senate. But I was like, oh, cool. One? Did you not get the fucking memo? We got 40 seats in the House. Not all women. We got 40 seats in the House. The most diverse Congress ever. And
majority of those are...
You're boasting about one?
Yeah. I don't think they're boasting about that shit. Like they don't
keep it on the hush because it's not something to brag about.
Well, yeah, they don't want to let their base know about things like that. But speaking of getting getting seats, this is something that you turned me on to. Why don't you tell me about this this whole 314 action, man?
Oh man, I knew you would like this. The 314 action.
I'm disappointed in myself that I didn't know about this.
I was happy to just sort of stumble upon it because it's really awesome. I think that it's something that could change the face of politics virtually everywhere in America if it were able to really take hold. And this is only the first time that it's shown what it could actually do. But so the 314 action, this is basically just an organization run by scientific-minded people and STEM background people with the main goal of taking scientists, doctors, anybody STEM really, engineers, and teaching them how to be a politician, how to get votes, how to win districts or congressional seats. And it really worked out. As far as this election goes, they won 10 seats. We have 10 that I think today, yeah? Is today the day that they swore in? By the time the podcast comes, it'll be a day or two ago. Second or third. So they swore in 10 STEM field candidates. Candidates is the wrong word. Representatives. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
No problem.
But
Jinx.
I think that's a big deal because we finally have people that will take the methods that they've learned through these STEM background principles and use them to make America what it really needs to be. I don't want to say great again because that's fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, we're not going down that road, but so fact-based.
Yeah,
decision making.
Yeah, approach things with logic. And
politicians with fact-based fucking decision making.
Yeah, dude,
mind equals blowing.
I think Neil deGrasse Tyson said it best when he said, I see the 435 members of the House and the 100 members of the Senate. I see a lot of businessmen. I see a lot of lawyers. I see a few used car salesmen.
Yeah.
I see all these people. Where are all the scientists? Where are the engineers? Where's anybody who knows anything about technology? Like, what's going on here? They pretty much put that on demonstration in the worst way when they brought people like Zuckerberg to the Senate floor.
Oh, no kidding.
Didn't know shit about the way.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, they didn't know anything about the way that the internet functions and how things work.
Ask the Google CEO why they get fucking ads on their iPhone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. How does your platform stay running with no subscriber fucking donations? We run ads, Senator.
Yeah.
Like, not trying to be a dick. Like, Zuckerberg's trying his best to not be a dick. Yeah, we have to run ads, just like cable TV does. The same way that Fox News stays on the network.
Yeah.
Like on your cable TV package. They run ads, you dumb asshole.
You gotta pay for cable.
Yeah.
But like your broadcast channels, I mean, if anybody still does that anymore.
But the way that you pay for that is you watch
ads.
Ad for Cialis. Whether you need Cialis or not, you're going to watch the ad if you're watching Fox News.
It's just much more targeted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I thought that was a huge step in the right direction.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, and I think it's really, really telling because, like, the priorities for the House, now that Democrats are running things, I love the fucking priorities because it's, they're going to be one of the key priorities, which I think, our favorite freshman representative, AOC.
Yeah.
She was really pushing this, but one of the priorities is climate change.
Yep.
And not only that, but also healthcare. Something along the lines of, I think I was hearing things about Medicare for all hearings.
Yeah.
Open hearings, which, like, oh shit, man. I haven't seen those since...
Well, we're kind of going to have that.
Yeah.
Because they've gotten Obamacare to a point where it's all but dismantled. The individual mandate's gone. the federal judge in Texas ruled against it. If that holds up, if that goes to the Supreme Court, then Obamacare is pretty much totally fucked.
Yeah.
And the only way better, which I think they should have just done in the fucking first place, is Medicare for all.
Yeah.
Trump wants that. Trump will come out and say he wants something better than Obamacare. You know what's better than Obamacare? Medicare for all. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the only variable that you could implant in that's going to be better.
Yeah.
There's nothing where you have to have some sort of fucking pay system or mandate system that's going to be better. It's just not there. So if he wants something better,
I mean, I don't think they're going to get anywhere with the whole Medicare for all thing. I mean,
it's
a GOP Senate, man, and like when you start talking about like healthcare for everyone in the country, nah, dog. That sounds like the, almost as bad of a word,
the S word,
as email word, as email.
I was gonna say socialism.
Socialism. No. The worst word.
Worst word is emails.
Is emails. Fucking.
Like they'll say everything else.
Yeah.
Emails is like, oh, watch your mouth. What are you doing?
Yeah, I tried to tell a coworker, hey, did you check your emails? Dude, fucking 20-minute long conversation about Hillary.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
What the fuck?
But one of the things I really loved about this incoming new
yeah. Your best moment?
Oh man, this was
rich.
Irony at its finest. I loved it. Was Mike Pence, pretty much the platform for anti-LGBTQ, anti-anything that's against whatever his mom or wife told him, and the Bible, and both. And
Mike Pence is like anything, he's anti-everything that isn't Gilead. From The Handmaid's Tale.
Exactly, yeah. I think the type of world he actually advocates for is a Gilead type of world. If you've seen The Handmaid's Tale, if you haven't, you should watch it because it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
A little scary, especially in today's political times.
Oh, super scary.
So Mike Pence, though, he had to swear in Kristen Sinema.
Oh, yeah.
Of Arizona.
Yep.
Who's an open bisexual, the first and only right now open, not straight person in any seat of Congress, and he had to swear her in.
No. There's an openly gay person.
Is there?
Yeah. There's one other. I forget their name.
Okay. But how much had Mike Pence's spine must have been tingling with homophobic tendencies running up it just so quickly.
Yeah. Like, oh, God.
What am I doing? I'm going against everything Gilead stands for.
Yeah. Not only that, but she didn't do it on a Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's
already scuttlebutt. There's already scuttlebutt around, I don't know if you plug your nose and you dive into the conservative side of Twitter.
Sometimes.
It's
shallow.
It's a dark place to go into, dark, crazy place. But yeah, they're pretty sure that she's a godless atheist, bisexual.
Yeah, she's not out there with it on the religious side of the house.
Yeah, because what she put her hand on and swore on, right?
What's that?
It was a law book that contained the Constitution and the Arizona Constitution.
I imagine that doesn't have a whole hell of a lot to say about God or your sexual preference. Neither one of those documents probably have a whole hell of a lot to say about that. So that's very fitting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty rich too. That was probably one of my favorite moments as well.
Yeah. It's early in 2019, man, but good God, we've got a lot. With the Democrats taking control, 116th Congress in place, and Nancy Pelosi has the gavel.
Yeah.
It's going to be a crazy 2019, and we're going to be here week to week. So,
running it down.
Spin you up on it.
Yes, we will. One of the first things that they did, actually, was they actually passed some Republican bills.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, from a couple weeks ago before, Coulter got involved. And we had this whole shutdown going on. They passed word for word the Senate bills that they had passed before Trump threw his tantrum about the wall.
Yeah.
And sent it right up to Congress. And of course, Mitch McConnell, being the evil snapping turtle that he is, was like, nope, not going to even bring it to the vote. Like,
not voting. Recess.
Yeah.
Yeah. The things evil snapping turtle only knows how to say when it slightly disagrees with anything you ever have to say.
Yeah, if it's not ripping away health care from millions of people, then he doesn't want to deal with it.
Yeah. Hey, on the plus side of that, I also read, I think yesterday, up for re-election in 2020. 2020 midterms, McConnell seat is up for grabs.
Oh, God.
And he's from Kentucky, so I don't know how well that can go. But
No.
I feel like it can get worse. It'd be hard to get worse,
Well, we'll see how things go because we got a lot of revelations in our next topic, which what we just talked about actually involves the whole Trump shutdown.
He's owning it, whether he likes to or not.
Oh, no, he's not owning it anymore. He's desperately trying to blame the Democrats now.
Yeah.
But,
I don't want to hear his bullshit.
Like he said it.
I won't blame it on you. I will take the mantle on this one. I will shut down the government. Okay, well, you did.
Yeah.
How many people? What did I say, 800,000?
800,000. 800,001, apparently, because I'm furloughed.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid extra for this.
You got the memo at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah.
That was your pink slip.
That was my pink slip.
Yeah.
Such dedication. I'm still here doing this.
Here we are, half hour in, 45 minutes in. I'm fucking raking in the no money, and you're raking in the no money.
I'm not getting no money.
But they're holding strong here. Both sides are 100% not giving.
Oh yeah, this is World War I right here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like trench warfare at its finest.
Everybody's digging in.
Yeah.
Not giving any ground. If you are giving any ground, you're taking it back right away.
Yeah.
In any form you fucking can. They say on the right, no wall, no deal.
Yeah.
That's from that's straight from Pence and Trump, who's
That's from the whole White House.
Yeah.
That's everything they're saying. All their talking mouths they send out, all their talking points, all their mouthpieces are saying the same thing.
yeah.
And Pelosi has straight up and come out and said, like, look, how many times do we have to say no wall? You're not getting any money, nothing for the wall.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
No.
I will give you that amount of money for other things.
Yeah.
Things that matter to the American people.
Things
not
will
the
work.
red hats.
But it's not to appease your base.
Yeah, it's not going to be for steel slats or brick and mortar wall or any of this nonsense that you've fucking gone around the country in the last 2 years advocating for.
Or giant poles with sharpened T spikes.
Exactly. Like, I don't know how many times I got to tell him. And dude, I think we're getting real, or we're almost into week 3. Like, it's been 2 weeks now. We're going into week 3 of the shutdown.
We're going into week 3.
And this is real Americans feeling the pain of it. The Coast Guard, the entire Coast Guard is not getting paid.
Yeah, entire
That's a
Coast
branch of the
Guard.
military, by the way.
The Coast Guard, national parks are shutting down. I heard out on NPR today that some of the fishing season is starting up there, like pollock season.
Yeah.
And they can't get the registration and inspections on their boats to get that done. And not only that, but also the Native American tribes that rely for healthcare and funds that were set upon in 1850 treaties.
Yeah.
That the government is supposed to pay for their shit, because wiped them off their land, killed them, all that shit.
Totally fucked them over.
Yeah, like, you know. So, like, they did that. Like, you know, they traded a shit ton of land for it for, like, basically, you know, free health care for forever. And they're not getting any of that now.
You and all of your ancestors forever. Just let us kill a whole bunch of you. And take everything you own and everywhere you have owned
take
it.
all the great land and you get shitty land, and then we'll give you health care
and then
stuff.
We might build a few pipelines between it here and there, but
it might poison your water. And
yeah, we'll just see. And now, sorry, the pipelines that poisoned you, you just lost the health care that's going to cover that.
Yeah.
Just a total fuck you. Like, oh my God, man. It makes me fucking sick. It's just a terrible, terrible circumstance for people like that and the Coast Guard and anyone who fucking doesn't have the means to just up and go without a paycheck for 2 weeks or what's looking to be more than 2 weeks possibly. What did Trump say about it?
He said that you know, he's willing to go years on this.
Yeah.
Years.
And
of course he's like, oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure like it's gonna happen a lot sooner than this, but I'm willing to go years. You know, in very Trumpian fashion, he's saying like, oh no, this is gonna go full on fucking like, you know, like as long as possible, like just throwing a full on tantrum.
Let it go fucking years. Let it go to 2020. We'll see who wins. We'll see what the American people want more: a wall, or the American Coast Guard and the Native Americans to get healthcare.
Yeah, or national parks.
Yeah, to visit your national parks without restriction.
You know, I mean, the Smithsonian's closed. Like,
exactly,
I mean, like, all of the shit. Like, I mean, there's so much. Like, it's only a quarter of the government, but you say only. Yeah. It's like, no, it's a lot more.
Yeah, it's a partial government shutdown. What pisses me off about it, and what's going to really fucking suck about it, is they're probably going to figure it out at some point, you know, within the next weeks, if not months, hopefully. And then the longer it takes to figure that out, the closer we are to the next appropriations bill that defunds the government and not, you know, not that the national parks and the Native Americans and the Coast Guard don't matter, but parts of the government that matter significantly more. And then we just narrow that window, and we keep narrowing that window where we cannot come to agreements to fund the government. And if we shut it down, we go into periods where the next government shutdown that affects more than 25% of the government looms.
Yeah, it'll get even worse.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's one of the biggest reasons I want it solved, honestly. Is I don't want us to get... it seems like these things fucking happen every 3 to 4 months now.
It really does, doesn't it?
We have to have a government shutdown debate on Capitol Hill, and they usually figure it out. Sometimes they don't, i.e. now.
Yeah, usually it's like, you know, like Saturday or Friday night before it happens. Or like, oh yeah, we figured it out. Okay, we're good for another couple months.
Yeah, we kicked it down the road just a block or so, and we're going to get till February. We'll be okay.
Yeah. So yeah, man, like, Trump is really, really pushing this hard. Like, he's come out and he sent out a like a personalized letter to every member of Congress, and this is really kind of ironic, saying like, you know, like, walls work. You know, rich, successful, super cool people have walls around their homes.
Yeah.
And it keeps fucking, you know, the undesirables out. You're like, dude, what the fuck?
He even incorrectly stated that the Obamas have a 10-foot wall around their house, to which Twitter and every other social media outlet quickly retorted with multiple pictures and angles and different viewpoints of the Obama estate.
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful fucking home, but no wall. No wall at all. Stairs. Stairs that lead directly to the front door.
Ah, yeah. Real open and nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
So, just yet another example of the falsehoods that the commander-in-chief spouts on a day-to-day basis.
We're probably already at like, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that he's looking to break his 2018 record for most lies.
Oh.
And he's on good track.
5,656?
Yep.
Dude.
Like,
I'm going to go, let's make it a taco bet right now. I'll go low end. I'll go less than. You go higher than.
okay.
Taco on January 1st.
Okay.
Okay.
New Year's taco?
We'll use WAPO,
Yes.
the Washington Post fact checker.
All right.
Okay.
What's your...
You're still getting Doritos Locos.
Well, yeah, you still owe me tacos. You got taco debt.
Yeah.
There's taco interest, by the way.
Yeah, I know the taco sauce is flowing here.
No,
I
it's
already
not
know.
taco interest. Taco interest is not taco sauce. It's extra tacos on top of tacos.
I'm not going to get away with extra hots.
You best watch out, man. I run a tight ship over here. Like, it's like payday loan. Payday tacos up in here.
What the fuck, man? I'm paying 400% taco interest?
1,000% taco
I owed
interest.
5 tacos last month. Now I owe fucking 40 tacos this month?
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
It's taco exploitation, man.
I
Sorry.
got myself into a fucking deal with the taco devil.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
That's what happens when you deal with taco loan.
Fuck.
But so,
Next podcast, these taco dead's not going to be a thing.
yeah. For your sake, I hope so.
And then come 2020, it's going to be a thing reversing, and you're going to owe me a taco.
Okay, so
Trump
what's-
will trail less lies. Less
Right.
than 5,656 lies in 2020. He's not off to a good start, I know. I know he's not.
You're
off to a good
saying
start.
less?
Less lies. You're going more, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
No, less. Less. I'm going to shoot for the 4,000 mark. I know that's fucking insane.
Okay.
We can go like less than 4,000 lies in 365 days.
I mean, we both listened to that cabinet meeting, right?
Oh, fuck. All this shit. It's 2019, dude.
Dude, it's day 4.
Maybe
I'm like a 10th of the way there already.
maybe he'll spend a lot of time fucking off the record in Mar-a-Lago, dicking around, playing golf. If I had to bet on time where he can't tell lies, where he's like not in front of a camera or on his Twitter,
Man.
he might.
You owe me a taco
The way
in
Mitt Romney and
2020, you owe me a taco, bro.
Not
I'm
yet.
saying it right now.
Not yet. Well,
I mean, actually,
if
you know
I
what?
already owe you a taco in like fucking June, then that's fucked. I'm gonna be pissed.
I will not be surprised. But all right, enough about tacos. We've digressed. So, moving on from tacos and on to the surprise press briefing.
Oh, well, conveniently held right after Nancy Pelosi's Speaker of the House.
Way too much.
vote.
Way too much. Talk about Pelosi. So he had to come on out. Him and
Completely unexpectedly too.
his Lex Luthor lookalikes,
Yeah.
fucking ICE members, which like
DHS guys, ICE guys, fucking.
they're all Border Patrol guys, you
Yeah.
know, like, but like, what the fuck, man? Like, why were they all bald? Like,
Yeah.
all of them to a T, and they all look freshly shaven. It was weird.
Yeah.
Was that not just fucking
It's like
weird
they
as fuck?
just stepped out of the bathroom with the Bic.
Yeah.
It
It was
a
like that
little
creepy
eerie.
big commercial.
It was a little eerie. I'm not gonna lie, and it pissed me off because it was clearly just a opportunistic pile on to fucking. No, I'm not gonna let Nancy Pelosi come out here and say things, and I just have to sit here.
Yeah.
No,
Nobody's
Twitter-
talking about me.
Twitter's not the avenue for this. I'm coming out.
Yeah, and you'd be on TV with a bunch of bald guys talking about how they're the experts
Yeah,
because they're Border Patrol.
and they totally kissed his ass throughout the whole thing, or at least the leader of
They
the
all-
villainous pack that they were.
Yeah.
It's like, and we thank President Trump so much. That guy's like, please give me a cabinet position, please, 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 please. I'd love to leave the Department of Homeland Security or ICE. I'd love to tomorrow. I'll put my resignation letter in now.
Heard you have a few cabinet positions open, huh?
I say that, but that'd be a fucking shame if that guy's the next fucking Secretary of Defense or fucking
Replaces
Zinke or Anyone, really.
Or replaces the department head of Homeland Security.
Oh, Nielsen, yeah. Yeah, but, oh, God.
Yeah.
It could get rough.
Yeah,
That
the
could get
fucking tariff man and his bald brigade over here.
Yeah, that,
You know,
well put. That was a fucking mess.
that was crazy. But you know what, man? I'm just done with, like, I'm already done with politics in 2019. It's insane.
Yeah, you're doing the thing that we do on every time we write the date. Are you still writing 8?
Yeah, I'll be saying that probably for the next 4 to 5 podcasts. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm okay with it, and I'll probably be right there with you.
Yeah,
But
but
we didn't do this last week because we sort of had a countdown New Year's
yeah,
End type thing.
it was a unique,
Yeah.
New
For our
Year's
reason,
special.
yeah, sort of. But we're really, really happy to get back to it.
Oh yes, this is my favorite time of the podcast.
Yeah.
In fact, like, we're gonna call this segment. We're gonna name it now. This is Happy Science Time, man.
Happy Science Time. Ooh, that sounded nice.
Yeah, as it should.
That made
Because-
me happy.
Because it's happy.
I was already happy, but it made me happier.
That's good. That's the point. So yeah, we got 3 big ones actually this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got, obviously, I mean, we kind of like focus a little pretty heavily on space here, but I'm a big fan of the garden. I like botany, like growing things.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
you do. I know you do.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of my New Year's resolutions is to start growing bigger, better things in my garden.
Yeah.
Get the garden up and running first and foremost, really. But, but yeah. So we got two science spacey things and then one planty thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start this off. You want to take the first one?
I will. So China, in their exhibition run to be the first to do things, they did it. They landed a rover on the dark side of the moon.
It's the far side of the moon.
Well, I'm going to call it the dark side of the
The
moon.
Pink Floyd side of the
The
moon.
Pink Floyd side of the moon is what I really want to call it, but I didn't call it that. But I'm going to call it.
I called it that.
I'm going to call it the dark side of the moon. This rover, it's about the size of a car, your average car. Pretty interesting. It landed in the what's the crater?
The crater is the Van Karman crater.
Van Karman, yeah,
Yeah, it's one of the deepest craters on the moon.
yeah,
Like, so we're getting into like the super old like areas of the moon. Like, I mean, this is the deep stuff, like mantle type stuff of
Yeah.
like the moon.
been suffering asteroidal
Yeah.
impacts
Well, because like
over hundreds of thousands, if not
like the dark side of the
millions
moon, like
years.
the moon doesn't rotate. It's tidally locked. So like that face is always on the outside,
Yeah,
which means it's always getting hit with asteroids and shit like that. And so there was a big one apparently a long time ago, and this one's super deep, and it'll be interesting to see what they find on that.
yeah, they've got the rover in there. One of its main goals is to plant the first flower on the moon. I thought that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that is super cool. I didn't even know that. To be honest with you.
We'll see how successful they are in that, given that it's the dark side. You mentioned the tidally locked, like no sunlight there.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna rotate and get sun.
Well, I mean, no, it's gonna. I mean, like it rotates around the Earth, so it'll still get sun.
Oh yeah, I guess it will get sun.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
I
doing
mean-
my science right now.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, that's why they call it the far side. Of the
We
moon.
won't see it. The sun will see
The
it.
sun will see it a lot.
If we were on the sun, we would see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if we were just on the Pink Floyd side of the moon,
Dark side of the moon. Yeah.
it's not dark. A lot of times. Actually.
Far side.
Yeah, that's why they call.
you said far side. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You're the science guy here.
I'm a science enthusiast.
At Backyard Bull J, the science guy. I don't know.
That's
I was
copyright
trying-
infringement. Shut up.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a thing that rhymed,
Yeah.
but it didn't rhyme, so I just had to.
Bill Nye, please don't sue us.
He doesn't.
But I think what's super cool about this whole mission is that this required like any fucking space mission, especially moon landing, requires a whole lot of planning. But they actually had to put in a satellite. They call this thing the Magpie, which I think is a pretty cute name, I guess. But they put a satellite around the moon, so they were able to communicate because radio waves don't go around planets.
Yeah, obviously you're not going to get anything off
Yeah.
that side.
So yeah, they've got this satellite, in orbit, and so they're able to communicate, and
Right.
we're able to see that picture. I mean, you saw the picture, right?
Yeah.
The first one.
Super impressive.
Hell yeah.
Go China.
Go China, man. I mean, and these.
Just go humans in general. That's
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
I mean, when it comes to this kind of stuff, that's what I think is go humans.
Yeah,
And
exactly. That's,
I'm pretty excited actually for the Chinese plan in general, because after they do this for a while, they're planning on doing a space station,
oh yeah.
and then they're gonna do some manned landings on the moon.
Yeah.
They're gonna plant a fucking flag right next to the American flag, and probably graffiti up our lander
We're gonna
there
have
on
to start
there.
drawing borders.
China was here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to start drawing borders before too long.
Their little pole is gonna be a few inches taller than ours.
Yeah.
Rivalry, roar!
Take that, tariff man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But fuck yeah, man.
This is your hallway.
Because that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that goes into something like that. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, but their strategic plan is eventually to have a permanent moon base.
Yeah.
And I think that's super fucking cool. And, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Musk is gonna outshow him, but fanboy over here, so you can't really say
Yeah.
much.
He'd be like, hey, cool moon base, bro. Have you seen my Mars base?
Oh, that's cool. You grew a flower on the moon.
Yeah. Well
I grew corn on Mars.
Yeah. He's got cornfields just in the Martian soil,
Yeah.
just flourishing. You're like, oh fuck. Go Musk and humans and China and fuck.
Mostly Musk.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's pretty awesome though.
Yeah, all of it's super, super great, and a super big step forward for humanity as a whole, as far as space exploration is concerned. Because that's a place we haven't been before.
And I know you fucking love that. I like that too. I like it a lot. I know that you fucking love it.
Oh yeah. If this podcast could be nothing about fucking politics and all about space, I'd probably do it.
JNT's Space Hour.
Yeah, there's just one, not knowledgeable enough to do it. I'm just an enthusiast, and two, there's not enough to talk about.
Yeah.
Well,
it doesn't happen regularly enough.
Yeah,
It's definitely not the velocity, so to speak, of the political
podcast target rich environment for sure.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, anywho, moving on to not to be outdone, America had their heyday too.
Yeah.
New Horizons, if you remember from their beautiful and high quality Pluto pics back in the day, the whole Pluto heart,
Yeah. The best and only pictures we have of the used to be known as a planet.
Oh yeah. Yeah. New Year's Day, they took a picture of Ultima Thule, which is this. It's almost extrasolar. It's almost out of our solar system, but it's 4 billion miles away.
Yeah.
Literally the farthest that we've ever explored. I mean, and gotten
pictures
stuff back.
being transmitted on a scale that have never been transmitted before.
Yeah, that's almost That's almost as many miles as Trump wants
I
for
was thinking that.
the border.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just 1 billion short. You
Yeah.
know, so in about like 6 months to a year, like it'll be like where he wants to.
Yeah,
You know.
put that into perspective for you.
Yeah, billion.
Something we sent out there a long time ago is almost as far as dollars that Trump wants for a wall for the first installment.
Yeah, that won't even cover it all.
Yeah. So.
And that will, because let's remember, like, most of illegal immigration happens, for overstayed visas.
Yeah.
2/3 actually.
Yeah.
And most drug trafficking goes through,
The large majority is
the
not
ports of
like
entry.
climbing an already existing 10-foot barrier. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Crazy.
But yeah, no, this is happy science time. We're not gonna get into that.
Yeah, we tried to.
Sorry.
we both tried
Sorry,
to.
folks. But our last one gives me some pretty big hope. Like,
Oh, I like this one a lot. Yeah.
yeah, this one gives me hope because I know I've been pretty doom and gloom on the podcast before, especially about climate change and the way that like we're literally not doing anything now with the current administration. And so this next one, which if you're not a big GMO fan, you're not gonna like this, and you're gonna be super crazy about it. In which case, like, for you, I'm gonna say, okay, well, I hope you don't own any dogs or cats because those are also GMOs.
Yeah.
Same thing with bananas, corn, and pretty much everything. Like,
Yeah. Well,
we've been
along
doing
with everything.
Yeah, we've been
you
doing
come
this
into
for-
contact with.
We've been doing this for fucking billions of years. This is just way more controlled. But so what they've done is, and I didn't know this, but photosynthesis, super inefficient. It
Yeah.
actually sucks.
Yeah, this whole process really blew my mind.
Yeah, I know.
Because you learn about photosynthesis in like the second or third grade.
Yeah,
Like after you learn to color and stay in the lines and
Yeah.
draw letters.
plants
You-
take carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, and they use it with their chloroplasts
Yeah.
to make fucking plant food, to
Yeah.
grow more, and then they produce oxygen, and yay.
What was crazy about this article was how inefficient that really is.
Yeah.
Through the evolutionary process and how that's played out for plant life. It's not that efficient. It could be better. And what did we go do? We figured out a way to make it better.
Oh yeah,
To just make it function better.
we figured out a couple of ways. There's actually already pathways, like chemical pathways, using a different chemical
Yeah.
already in the plant. They just did like a suggested thing where like, hey, yeah, go do this instead of like your standard thing, and it produced some pretty decent results, along the 20% scale in greenhouses and whatnot. But then they also like made their own using some pumpkin plant genes.
Yeah.
Like,
Which
because
is
like,
super interesting.
so yeah, so I guess pumpkins had this, and they did this with tobacco. So like, I mean, it's not like full on. We're not like at like, oh yeah, we're gonna have like 40% bigger tomatoes. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Not yet.
Like, softball sized tomatoes, basketball sized tomatoes. Yeah. It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be like, I mean, we're in the infancy stage right now, but so this third one that they created themselves is actually proved to be so fucking efficient that 40% bigger leaves on these tobacco leaves when they brought them outside and let them do their plant thing in the ground normal,
Right.
and just by shunting the chemical to a different, more efficient chemical than what photosynthesis normally uses.
Right.
And so like it knocked out a lot of the really kind of like shitty stuff that builds up when they're collecting the carbon dioxide, Because sometimes they'll actually produce carbon dioxide.
Yeah, and use an oxygen molecule.
Yeah, and use an oxygen.
Which, that's the part of the thing that got me. It was like, what the fuck do you mean it uses an oxygen molecule?
Yeah.
No, I never learned that it used any oxygen. I learned that it took in carbon dioxide and produced oxygen.
Yeah.
The using of oxygen thing. What the fuck?
Yeah, so, this is a game changer, man. Like, this is one of those things that's like, it's gonna, like, it has the potentiality to, like, it has the potentiality to be, like, the botany version of the iPhone.
Yeah, like right now we're seeing like the introductory 2006 or 7 iPhone.
Yeah, the real shitty one, like
3 by 3 inch, but it's touchscreen and it's
I've got
apps and it's.
I've got like what was it, like a 4 by 5 like icon things, and I could like kind of get on the internet and not really see anything good.
Yeah.
To like
so where we're at now.
To now where like.
Well, if science does what science fucking does, then in a decade or less, we'll probably be somewhere that sort of resembles, or is at least analogous to the way that technology has taken hold of electronic devices and went fucking crazy.
I mean, it's
made them bigger and then made them smaller and then made them foldable and then made them extractable and then now they're huge again, but they're super awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I am looking forward to that foldable Samsung phone that's going to be coming out here soon. Man. That's supposed to be damn cool. But that's for a different podcast. The key thing to know about this, though, is that this is just for tobacco plants right now, so it's only leaves.
Yeah, that's what they experimented on.
We don't necessarily know if this whole 40% is actually going to, like, transfer over to, like, seeds and fruit and stuff like that, but, like, we won't know until they start testing that on.
Even if it were half that or a quarter of that,
it's still huge.
Yeah, that's a good step in the right direction.
Oh, yeah.
A huge step for science, just finding flaws in the evolutionary process of something like photosynthesis.
Yeah.
Like finding out, what do you mean this thing doesn't work as efficiently as it could? And then making that process, the most basic of processes on the planet, work better and more efficiently and yield better results.
Better and quicker.
Yeah.
I mean, like if we extrapolate this and go like quasi sci-fi mode, like we were talking about before, like you could get into like some like reforestation at like an accelerated rate.
Yeah. Kind of undo the damage we've done.
Grow all the food that we need in our, backyards. Like home gardens all of a sudden become like, instead of like, oh yeah, I get like, a good portion of my food, but I have to spend like 20 hours out there, like, taking care of everything. But like, with this comes more modifications. Like
if all of that happens faster and yields bigger and better results, then that's better for everyone.
Oh yeah.
And more sustainable for like we said with the space piece, just humans.
Yeah.
Better for humans.
Yeah, dude, and
it's a way to look at it that's just nothing but positive, which is what we love about the science piece.
We're pretty clever monkeys, man. I gotta say,
We are.
We talk about politics a lot, and it's just like, oh man, we suck.
Yeah.
God damn, we're fighting over this.
We're a bunch of angry lunatic fucking cocksuckers. We're just the worst.
But then we start talking about happy science time, man, and it's just like, dude, we're cool sometimes.
Yeah.
We're real cool.
That happy science time, I think, is a 2019 thing that's going to have to stick.
Oh, yes.
It kind of put a damper on everything last week when we didn't have a science thing because we ran the countdown. And
that was a pretty disappointed thing.
And Trump's in charge and happy 2018? Question mark?
Yeah. I recommend that next year we do a top 10 of we do our Trump lies or our standard political stories, and then we do a top 10 science.
Science breakthrough type deal?
Science breakthroughs, top 10, our favorite.
That would be good.
I would like that too.
That's a great fucking idea.
Let's see if we'll remember it in
51 episodes from now. Yeah, we will see. But on that note, Happy Science Time is about over, along with the podcast in general. So
yeah, it's been a blustery night, and I don't know about you, but I think I'm about ready to wrap this up.
I heard that it's a little chilly. I hope the wind didn't put too much of a damper on it, but
yeah, we'll see in post-production, I guess.
Right. As always, I'm at Backyard Bull TEE on Twitter. I'd love to hear from you. DM me anytime. Just comment on one of my tweets and tell me how much you dislike or like whatever the hell I have to say.
Yeah, or request b-hole pics, you know.
Those will be on a case-by-case basis.
Sorry, man.
We'll see.
Sorry. I'm at Backyard Bull Jay. And yeah, go ahead and shoot me a DM, comment on my stuff. I mean, let us know how we're doing, because like as it stands right now, like we're not getting any feedback, and kind of feel like we're speaking in the void, you know.
We'll do this forever.
Yeah,
whether you talk to us or not.
You're not getting rid of us.
So we can keep doing it with no feedback, or we can do it with some feedback and improve upon it.
If any of y'all are listening, be sure to subscribe, and tell your friends. Get some listeners out there, and you know, if you want to do something more than like, you know, Twitter or something like that, we also have a Facebook page, J&T's Backyard Bull.
Yep, we're out there.
And we also have an email. You know, so you can send us like long form, normal communication like a human, which is at jtbackyardbull@gmail.com.
That's it. With that being said, man, I think we've had a fairly productive podcast for the first one of 2019, and I look forward to many more. You?
I'm looking forward to this quite a bit, especially with Happy Science Time now.
Yeah, new segment, new year. It's all coming together.
Segments.
That's right. Alrighty, man. Well, it's been real.
That it has, T. That it has.